Hello guys, here is Don Copy. Thanks to Jinzo&Tonic for hosting me on his channel. Sorry for my bad English. Maybe in this video there will be some breaks. I will present you my Stein Monarchs build. This idea came out from a previous build that I used to play. There was like a warrior monarch with last will tech, and I used to summon Matasa, Donzalog, cards like that. But duel by duel, the idea that Cyberstay could be a huge target was strong and stronger, so I decided to build a deck around these two cards. I really care about this deck. I've used it in the Academy League on Jinzo&Tonic. I got format.com server. I've won my Slifer bracket, my bracket, go undefeated. I've used it on the Dueling book ladder, win several matches. So I think this isn't a for fun, but a deck quite competitive that can face Chaos 2, Chaos Turbo 2. All the world play Chaos Turbo now. And nothing. We start the key cards: Cyberstay and the Last Will. I don't have very much to explain here. Last Will is a huge monster. You can summon King Dragon, Gatling, Master of Odds, depending of the situations. I think maybe King Dragon is the better fusion monster in God format, but depends of the opponents, many things. And Last Will. Basically every monster in this deck is a target for Last Will or helps Last Will to active his effect. And the next card is Exiled Force. I love this card. In this deck is so broken. You can active Last Will in a very easy way. And for this I made Exiled Force, and I've decided that I need card to search it. And for this reason, I play in this deck through reinforcement of the army. After I put these two rotas, I have two that I need at least 3 targets for 2 rota. So I put, first of all, I did the Warrior Lady that can kill huge monsters, can be a target for Last Will if isn't the moment for a stay. You can do a lot of things with the Warrior Lady. And I won't talk about the Monarchs now. This is the base of the deck. We'll talk about this later. Mobius, Grandmark, Jinzo, that I consider as a Monarch, the strongest Monarch here, attribute monster. And before I used to play 4 Monarchs, 2 Mobius in the main, but many people use a lot of chainable traps, so Mobius is so good in every situation. So 3 Monarchs are fine. They help to active Last Will, clean the board before active Last Will, and for Stein, so are very useful. And in duels, when I have few left points, I can active Cyberstay. They could be the resolution. And I wanna talk about the Momongas now. They works well with the Monarchs. They works well with Last Will. They give you new life for Stein. I won't start with Momonga first duel because sometimes isn't an OTK. It's important to have some life after the Stein effect because it's probably that we need two more turns for kill the opponent. So Momonga is a cool card and give you value, give you advantage. Is a +1 in this deck. You don't have very much card for make this and help you to stall. I think is a very good card here. I think it's good in every Cyber Stein build. You need at least a card for gain life points, and this is the best way to gain life points. And so for this, I play Giant Rats too. At least you can search Exiled Force 2. Our art works with the Gigantes, with the Amazones Archer, with the Last Wheel. At the beginning, I used to play 3 Giant Rats, but then I cut it 1 because I prefer starting with a Momonga over a Giant Rats or other cards. And it's so good. It's good too for beat a little, because sometimes you need to beat a little then to use the Stein, because the Cyber Stein only give you the OTK. So do you need some extra? And this is the main reason why I play Gigantes and Amazones Archer. For give you this extra shot for bar your opponent's life points. Gigantes is so good. We have many air targets here. He has a huge attack, can go in combo with Creature Sloop, summon Gigantes in defense, eat Gigantes, clean the board, don't know. It's good. It's good for the extra shot side. Amazon Archer 2. Many people can think this is a joke, but I think that actually in this deck this card is really good. 1 is fine. You can search with Rat, Reinforce of the Army, and I've won several matches with use of these cards. Can go in combo with Scapegoat, for example. 2040 damage, can put a lot of pressure to your opponent. 1200 is very much. I choose this over the Cannon Soldier because I can inflict 1200 in Prio, and not only 500. Is Art, is Warrior, and I prefer to Cannon Soldier in this build. Obviously works well with Last Wheel, can go in combo with Brain Control. We can do a lot of things with this card in this deck. And we have a Breaker, a Sangan as monster. Those don't need very much explanation. Here we have Brain Control, good for Monarchs, for Jinzo, for the Archer, but can be good for the extra shot too. If when we summon Stein, the opponent has a monster in attack, we simply take this monster and attack for close the match. Is especially with aggro, and can destroy a chaos monsters too. It's good. One is fine because you have to pay 800 life points, and in this deck is a cost. One is fine. Creature swap. Creature swap in this deck is a card that is so good. We can swap Momonga, Rats, Gigantes, the Scapegoats, and it's so good. And in many situations, when you summon the Stein in attack, maybe the opponents has burn you some LP. A Stein in attack, if you don't close the duel, is so dangerous. Stein is a very high risk card. So active Stein and then give you the Stein with swap, take a flip, take something from the opponent and destroy the Stein. I've done this several times. Then card without the explanation, Heavy, Charity, Pot, Chunok, the Burial. I wanna talk about the Mono Jantrunate. I think one is fine because isn't a properly an OTK, and in this deck you don't have many cards that give you a +1, and you need to manage your cards, and sometimes simply is useless. You need cards that works for the combo, and if you start with two Trunates, you have already lost. Before, I used to main deck more Trunates, but one is fine. We have Burial, and we have Scapegoats. Scapegoats in this deck, I think is so good. Someone think not, but can help you to stall. They are good with Swap. They are good with United We Stand. This is another way to close a match. United We Stand plus Scapegoat. So choose Scapegoat is fine. Sometimes if I face a more passive deck, I cut one. I cut one for something here. And then United We Stand. United We Stand is another extra shot card. Like I said before, of Gigantes, of Amazones Archer, can kill your opponent. Can be good, for example, to equip to Stein 2. For don't have a monster too weak after using the Cyber Stein effect. If I don't close the match many times, I use United We Stand on Cyber Stein and nothing on the fusion, and not on the fusion monster. So I don't end the turn with 700 attack monsters and the risk to lose. And Snatch, Swords of Leveling Light for stall, and Staples, drop cards. And that's all. I think this deck is very good. The side is pretty standard. The tech is the Big Bang Shoot. I use Big Bang Shoot with deck that use Scapegoats, so Resoning Gate and control decks. Big Bang Shoot and Asura can be an OTK combo against Scapegoat, and can be good also with simply a Master of Odds. Attacks a goat, 40,600 damage, and that's all. I hope you enjoy my profile and subscribe the channel of Jinzo&Tonic. Leave your thoughts in the comments and see you.